Okay, chicos, you should have picked up 2 sheets now. One that is a list of your question words, and the second one is today's assignment, 2.3 Forming Questions Worksheet. So in order to complete this worksheet, you're going to need to be able to remember the question words that we've already had and then recognize the new ones. So a lot of these we've already seen, like como, that means how, but new is cuál, which, and cuáles, which ones. Cuando is new also, that's going to mean when. We already know cuánto and cuánta, and cuántos and cuántas. We use that to ask how many there were of something. Do you remember those questions? Cuántas sillas hay? How many chairs are there? The ending has to match the noun that you're talking about, right? We love to use this with the verb I, there is or there are. I'm going to write you an example. The same one we used a little bit ago. Cuántas sillas hay? Right? We had an AS because sillas is an AS. Donde is where, and we've seen it once already. This is just donde where. You have seen it like this. De donde. From where. When you have from where, we add in the de. You're often going to see the word de in your answer. Okay, so often you'll see it. Like for instance, we asked, ¿De donde eres? Where are you from? And you answered, Yo soy de Wichita. Okay, so sometimes when you're stuck and you're like, I don't know which where to use. Do I use donde? Do I use de donde? Or even this new one, a donde? Well, think about it. Are you saying from in your answer or in your question? So another one is a donde. Notice that donde has the a added to the front of it. A means to. So this is used when you're asking where someone is going to. So, a donde caminas? This is where do you walk? Probably should put an E on there, huh? Where do you walk to? Question mark. See how it has that a in there? Well, look at your answer. Yo camino. I walk to class. So, once again, we see that preposition in the answer. The preposition that was on the donde or in front of the donde. Porque is new. We talked about it a little bit ago. It means why, often answered with porque, no accent, squished together one word. Separated accent, that's the question word. Que, we already know, means what? We know quién, we know de quién, whose, and we know quién is who, plural. So these are not new, but porque is. So using these notes, now let's take a look at our worksheet. Choose the best option that best answers each question. So our question is, ¿Quién es el chico? I want you to find your question word and circle it. You know what? I forgot to point something out. Every single question word has an accent. Look at this. If you are using a who, what, when, where, why, whose, you better be having an accent in one of those words. Who is the boy? You've got 4 possible answers. Es Miguel, es chico, es de Cuba, es la mochila. Well, ¿quién means who? We're asking, who is the boy? Well, he's from Cuba doesn't make sense. He is a backpack doesn't make sense, so we're down to these 2. Who is the boy? This would be, he is Miguel. This one would be, he is a boy. Well, we already know he's a boy, so obviously we're going to get es Miguel. Now, this is a great answer. He is from Cuba, but that doesn't answer who is. That answers where's he from. That would be de donde es el chico. Where's the boy from? Right? We always start with our question word. This is a great answer too. It is a backpack. But that doesn't answer who's the boy. That answers, ¿Qué es? What is that? What is it? It's a backpack. ¿Cuándo llegan los estudiantes de México? So circle your question word. That's cuándo, and that means when. Llegan is to arrive. So the students arrive from Mexico when? When do the students arrive from Mexico? So we're looking for the answer to when. ¿Cuatro estudiantes llegan? llegan de México, llegan a la universidad, llegan a las 10. Right. At 10 is our answer. Great answer here. 4 students arrive, but that doesn't answer when. That answers how many. That would be ¿cuántos estudiantes, right? How many students arrive? The students from Mexico arrive. That would be a who. Wouldn't that be quién? Who. Or quiénes, who all llegan. We start with our question word. The students arrive at the university. At the university would tell us where they arrive. So, where do they arrive would be ¿dónde llegan? Right? Where do the students arrive? So all of these are great sentences that are answers, but you're looking for the one that answers this question. Okay, so continue on and do those. Let's look at the second one. This time we're going to fill in the blank with the interrogative word. Interrogative word means question word or phrase that best completes the question. So you've got to look at the answer in order to figure out what it's asking. So this one would have been blank. And we would have gotten Van, Claudia, and Silvia. Blank go, Claudia and Silvia. Well, we say they go al laboratorio a estudiar. They go, al is a and el. They go to the lab to study. So obviously we're asking, where are they going to? Look at that a. You see it in the answer. Let's look at this one. The answer is es en la biblioteca. Understood it, right? It is in the library. So the question is, blank is the class of administration. Blank is the class of administration. It is in the library. What are we asking? Right, we're asking where. That would be ¿dónde? Do not forget accents. Every question word that you use here has to have an accent. This is the hardest section here. Okay? Complete the conversation that Irene and Manolo are having in the library. So they're speaking back and forth to each other. Irene goes first. Hola Manolo, question. Okay, we're completing questions, so we're going to have question marks. He answers, bien, gracias. So what did she say for him to say, well, thank you? Right, he asked, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Well, thank you. Question. Muy bien. She answered, very well. Oh, so he's asking her the same thing, right? So you could say again, ¿cómo estás? Or do you remember this? ¿Y tú? And you? Very well. Okay, new question. Son las 9. What is our answer here? Son las 9. Yeah, we're telling time. We're saying it's 9. So what question would we have asked to get the answer? It's 9. What time is it? Okay, so we're writing a question with a question word, so we want to start with what. That's ¿qué? Time is hora. Do you remember this question now? ¿Qué hora is it? Es. We don't have a word for it. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? Okay, so you are going to finish the rest of these. You need to write the question that is answered by estudio historia. I study history. What question would be asked here to be answered with porque hay un examen mañana? Remember, porque means because. Do you remember I? There is un examen mañana, tomorrow. So, question, because there is an exam tomorrow. What question would you ask here if you got the answer? Yes, I like the class a lot. Okay, so I like the class a lot. I really like it. Okay? There's no question word here, okay? So you're not going to use a question word. You're just going to ask, using intonation, do you like the class? So you're looking for the phrase, you like the class. And you make it a question with intonation. What question is being asked here to be answered with Professor Padilla enseña la clase. Enseña is teaches. Right? Question. Professor Padilla teaches the class. Another question. answer by no, no tomo biología. No, I don't take biology. So, does this one have a question mark? No, right? Because if you're answering, no, I don't take biology, I'm not asking you, where do you take biology? I'm not asking you, how do you take biology? I'm asking you, do you take biology? That'd be one word, way to do it. Or maybe you want to ask by making a tag. You take biology, right? Or maybe you're going to ask by doing intonation. You take biology? Somehow write me a question, but this one won't have a question word either. Okay? And finally, no. I don't deseo tomar. I don't wish tomar, to drink, una soda, a soda. No, I don't wish to drink a soda. So what question would that be? Now this one doesn't have a question word either. We're not asking, what do you wish to drink? Because the answer wouldn't make sense. No, I don't want to drink a soda. I would ask this with either intonation or a tag. Okay, good luck. I will see you tomorrow and we'll go back over these. Adios.